In an alternate version of Russia at the end of the 1800s, the young nun Indika leads a miserable life, hated by her fellow nuns for her strange behavior, due to the fact that she almost constantly hears the voice of the devil in her mind, who teases and tempts her with insidious words and grotesque visions. Driven away from the monastery under a pretext, she meets Ilya, an escaped convict who believes he has been chosen by God and must reach a sacred relic where his gangrenous arm will be healed. Initially kidnapped, Indika agrees to lead him to the church that houses the relic, embarking on a journey with him that is both physical and mental. Indika is a game that delves into philosophy and religion, with the latter being an almost oppressive presence that permeates all the buildings with icons, candles, and other symbols, not to mention the religious edifices of impossible proportions, towering like menacing mountains. Religion will be the main theme in the conversations and debates the two protagonists engage in during their journey. Their exchanges of words and ideas often see roles reversed, touching on mysticism, faith, and rationality, and addressing complex themes in a straightforward manner without ever becoming trite or preachy. It is a journey where the line between reality and dream often becomes extremely thin, to the point where it is no longer clear where one ends and the other begins. Indika alternates between various types of gameplay. Primarily, it is a very linear narrative adventure, but it doesn't lack variety. There are environmental puzzles to solve, which are never too difficult nor particularly original, ranging from simply moving a crate to reach a ledge, to operating machinery, to moments where reality itself is torn apart, and only prayer can put it back together. It's a bit disappointing that this last idea, showcased in the demo and quite fitting, is actually used very sparingly in the final game. During these moments, Indika will be the one doing the work, while Ilya merely positions himself and waits. I believe that a greater involvement from him, even if just verbally, would have enhanced the atmosphere. Instead, seeing him stand still like a statue while we solve a puzzle somewhat breaks the immersion. The flashbacks depicting Indika's past are very strange, presented with a 2D aesthetic. Through platforming, sections and other activities that initially seem out of place but turn out to be unexpectedly effective. The action sections, however, are less convincing, relying too heavily on trial and error. But fortunately, they are few and far between. Scattered throughout the game are various types of collectibles and altars to light, but collecting them is entirely pointless, as the game itself humorously points out. The game's length ranges between 4 and 5 hours. The world of Indika, while inspired by reality, is anything but normal. It features impossible landscapes and architectures, enormous creatures, vast factories, and bells so large they instill fear. The world of Indika offers all this and much more, rendered in successful 3D that intelligently uses colors, lighting, shadows, and framing. The expressiveness of the characters is also commendable, despite some stiffness in their movements. Just like the graphics, the soundtrack is anything but conventional. It effortlessly transitions from complete silence to instrumental music, and then suddenly shifts to 8-bit tunes with a naturalness that impresses with its eclecticism. The English voice acting is good, although at times, some pronunciations in the dialogue seemed out of place given the setting. Indika is a disorienting experience, full of contradictions. It offers a captivating and well-told story that never falls into the banal, but also has gameplay that stumbles in several areas. Overall, however, it is a decidedly successful title that deserves to be played.